Hello everyone, how are you doing today? My name is Jonas Wassa, and in this video I would like to talk about adolescence and what are they and what are some of the features and basic definition of adolescence. Now this video is done as part of my assessment task for my postgraduate studies here in University of Gorka, and I will be doing this video with my peer member, which I am going to introduce him later. When I'm done with my part, he's going to present his part of the same topic. So without any further ado, I'll go straight to the definition and characteristics of the adolescence. Now, the basic definition of adolescence, according to World Health Organization, they refer to it as the period of time a child transitions between childhood to adult, typically from ages 10 to 19. So it talks about the period of time a child changes or child transitions from age 10 to 19. So it describes some of the changes, physical changes, or some of the emotional changes and psychological changes, and all of these things that happens between this age range here, from age 10 to 19. So, having said that, we are going to look at some of the key characteristics of adolescence. Number one, physical development. Now, the physical development is to do with the physical body of a person of this adolescence. So, you will observe that in this age range, there will be extension of limbs, meaning that they will grow their arms and legs. And for boys, you will see the widening of their shoulders, and for girls, you will see they will begin to develop their breasts, and the waist begins to grow bigger or larger. So that is the physical change that happens. And also, the boys develop body hair, especially beard, and hairs around pubic areas, and as well as girls. So these are the some of the physical changes that take place in adolescence period. Now, the second characteristics is the emotional aspect or emotional development that takes place. Now, when the child is a small child growing up, his or her emotions are different, but it changes when the child grows from a little boy or child to this certain range known as adolescence. His emotions change because of the experiences or some of the knowledge or some of the skills or some of the concepts that he learned from his own parents or from the environment around him or from the class, from the classroom, from his teachers. So all of this shapes the emotions towards another peer member or even his or her own siblings as well. Now, that is emotional part of it. Now, third characteristics is the cognitive development. Now, cognitive development is a very important aspect of an adolescent. Cognitive development talks about the mental development or mental capabilities that a child, when a child grows up, he acquires a lot of knowledge. And when he acquires a lot of knowledge, his knowledge base begins to grow. So in that way, it results in cognitive development. So when a child was small, he didn't really have this much advanced kind of knowledge. But as the child grows up to this level, like this adolescence level, the child begins to think differently, and child begins to act differently and do things differently as opposed to was a little boy. So this is because of the cognitive change or cognitive development that is taking place in a child's life or in adolescence. The fourth characteristics is the peer relationship or relationships and social and peer relationships, right? So in that category, characteristics, you might see that the child or the adolescent might favor or might be interested more about his own peer mates and peer groups. So sometimes you might observe that the child might defy even instructions from his own parents, because there's so much interest that is built up in him or her that it doesn't want to keep these peer groups away from him. So always you will find this group of young people get around together well and go around together well because they share love and empathy and they share fun, and all of these things happen between themselves, and many times they develop opposite sex relationships. Now this is the foundation of the family or familial relationships that is going to happen later. So they are starting this relationship in their adolescent period, right? So there is peer group. So peer group is one of the things that influence child's life and child's decision making and thinking and emotions and everything. Now the last characteristics that I want to discuss with you is the sexuality. Now the sexuality differs from culture to culture, from different society to another. So in the United States, for example, sexuality is real to some of these adolescents. Now you will see in the United States, this adolescents group, they will fight for social justice, and you will see these adolescents even engage themselves in some of the gay pride events, and some of these parades and pride events, and they will campaign, and they will advocate for some kind of change to happen, because they feel that they have been done injustice for so long. So they want government regulations, so they want some kind of government law or legal amendments according to their own needs. So they seek for some kind of change to happen, especially in social justice. So sexuality talks about the identification of gender, whether a guy or a girl, whichever person, he wants to become whatever gender. It's up to these adolescents. So sometimes you will see that they will argue about their gender, because they want to identify themselves as male, or they want to identify themselves as female, or gay, or lesbian, or transgender, or all of this. This is because human beings are born with different opinions and behaviors and beliefs and values. So it's a very challenging situation, especially for government and law enforcement to mitigate some of these problems. This is the basic characteristics and features and a definition of what it means by adolescence. So now I am going to bring onto the scene my brother, Mr. Bieb, Emil Bieb, onto the scene. Thank you.
To confirm this physical, cognitive, psychological, and social development in adolescents, there is a survey that was carried out in Goroka with the PNG Bible Church Youth. And the survey took place on the 8th to the 10th of May 2025. The survey was conducted by Mr. Wasa and myself. Mr. Wasa is also the president of the PNG Bible Church Youth. Our research centered around the question on the significance of rapid physical, cognitive, psychological, and social development in adolescents in the 4 stages as mentioned. Is it true or not, and does it really place a burden on the 21st century parenting and also teaching and learning? The hypothesis of the research, or the mini-research, was on the validity of the instances to rapid significance of physical, cognitive, and psychological developments of adolescents. Thus, our findings, after receiving and analyzing the questionnaires from the 20 randomly selected adolescents, both male and female, the research discovered that out of the 5 participants do not want their parents to call them their baby names and to treat them as babies in their early adolescence stage. Out of the 5 participants in the mid-adolescent stage, 3 have noted that physical changes is happening to them and that they also do not want their parents to restrict them from having peer friends. Amongst the 5 participants of the late adolescence, only 2 participated and both stated that their parents do not allow them to own mobile phone and that they are sad to leave their families and parents if they are to go on a vacation. Finally, with the trial independent stage, 5 responded they are on their way to achieving their dreams, their future ambitions, and 4 stated they have a role model. These findings on the 20 sample population of adolescents shows clearly that the instance of rapid and significant physical, cognitive, and social development in the respective stages of development is true and that it is verifiable and places a challenging risk and burden to the 21st century parenting as well as teaching and learning of the adolescents. Hence, to conclude, by answering the question, adolescents and who are they, we have found out that adolescence is a group identified challenging to engage with because of their growth transformation. Secondly, we are to support the goals of their growth. And third, and the final point, we have to resolve the art challenges that these adolescents they go through at their specific stages of development. This is a task and responsibility of the parents, teachers, community, institutions, and the civic society as a whole.
Now this brings us to the end of our presentation, and I want to take this time to thank every one of you, and special thanks to Mr. Agoya for facilitating this program and for this assessment task. And if you find this video to be helpful and educational, please like this video, share, and comment down below. And with that, thank you all, and see you. Bye.